LOL Podcast live show and went on stage, I want to tell you all about my experience in detail. So let's go. First of all, this was honestly one of the best days of my life, if not the best. I got to meet my idols. Crazy. I have so many good memories from this day, and I have something that happened after the show that I'm going to be telling you guys about that no one's ever heard before besides my close friends. So, if you guys want to see that, make sure you stay tuned. Also, I just want to say I'm so thankful for this experience, and I still love the podcast so much. I'm sorry if I'm not posting that much about them, because due to YouTube's rules, I have to post more content of myself so that my account doesn't get deleted, and I want you guys to be able to watch all the TikToks the podcast doesn't post on here, without having to worry. So I am going to be posting myself a little more, but don't worry, there will still be podcast videos. So let's go. Okay, starting off, a few months before they even announced they were coming to Canada or doing a tour, I emailed the podcast a few times, honestly, asking if they ever wanted to do a Zoom call to do an interview. I was expecting no reply back because at this point, my account only had like 80,000 subscribers, which is a lot of subscribers, but still, it's not as much as they had at this point. Obviously, I still don't have as much as they had, but you get what I mean. I also DM'd Harper a few times, but obviously she wasn't going to see that since she had her DMs turned off at this point, so yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually one of your guys' biggest fans, like, please, I would love to do a short interview. Also, ignore this. I survived a tornado. We can do a whole video about that, but that's a little dramatic. I survived. Anyways, I was like, I'm the biggest LOL podcast fan page that I know of, and I know that my viewers would love to see a interview with you guys to know all the things that you guys have never said publicly, or maybe you guys have said in an episode, but not everyone has watched every single episode. Yeah. Then they announced that they were coming to Canada, and I freaked out, and I bought tickets immediately for Hangout. I booked section B, seat 30. I still remember it, and it was just supposed to be me going, because my sister, my dad, and my mom all sat in the back, because obviously, why would they buy front row tickets if it was me who was going for, you know, my reasons, because I love the podcast. But soon enough, my whole family ended up loving the podcast. Okay, so after that, I posted a video of me being like, oh my gosh, I got tickets to go, and Kate liked it. I don't think this has anything to do with me going there on stage, but Kate did like the video, and I was freaking out, and I think I still have my reaction. And the LOL podcast, I think, subscribed to me, because when they commented on my video later on, it showed that they were my subscribers tab, so I was like, what? Then, a few days after all this happened, I got an email back.
Oh, you got text.
Shut up.
And it was like, hey, we've seen your last few emails. Instead of us doing a Zoom meeting, I would really enjoy if you came on stage and did like a short interview on stage, and you can ask 3 questions of your choice that the fans vote for if you want. So yeah, and I was like, of course. So then they also said that they would give me tickets to do the meet and greet after. I already booked the Hangout to go on stage. I went backstage for a while too, and my sister got to go to the Hangout, so was all the rest of my family, and the meet and greet, which was really cool, and I'm so glad that I got that opportunity. I have nothing negative to say about this whole situation, by the way. Like, this was honestly the best day. I'm not even gonna lie. Also, I thought that was good for content, because if I had no one to record me meeting the podcast, I would not be that excited, because my whole account was a fan page podcast. I had a TikTok and a YouTube at this point. My TikTok only has 1,000 followers, which is still a lot, don't get me wrong, but not as good as my 273,000 right now, as I'm recording this on July 4th. And I am going to post this a little later, but I know this is posted, like, I went to the live show August 17th, and I still need to edit this, but this might be posted July 17th, like a month early. I don't really know why, I just don't feel like waiting. I need someone to record my content, and from there on, Abigail explained how everything would go, and more details would come as we came closer to the date. So now we're at the show day. Not much happened in between the time frame that I just named, besides Harper liking my video a few times, which is crazy. I have screenshots of every single time she's liked my video, commented, all these things, and it makes me actually so happy. On the show day, I got ready in the morning. I was so nervous, and then I got there at 10 a.m. The Hangout started at 12, and I got there 2 hours early. I was planning to go earlier, but my parents wouldn't let me, obviously, because then we would have been so early. But I was first in line, and I made a video about it. Cash ended up seeing the video, and I was freaking out because Cash saw it, even though I was about to meet him anyway, I still thought it was crazy. And Abigail came out, got me, and gave me all my lanyards and everything so that I could go in without any problems. I just waited for the hangout, and honestly, I was just freaking out the whole time. I was talking to people in the lineup. I met this really nice girl named Olivia, I think. She was so sweet. After a little while of waiting, we finally got let in to go wait at the actual area. We did it in a basement instead of in the actual theater. Like, it's in theater, but in the basement. Like, the stage is here, there was a door, and then there was the room that we were in, and it had drinks and food and all these things. And I took some pictures with the LOL podcast sign, and then they came out. I'll show the video of when Kate came out and was like, I know you, to me. That literally is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm gonna play it. She's like one of my favorite people ever, and it was crazy in that moment too. Seeing her in real life was like insane. I don't feel like explaining everything about the meet and greet part, because then we just went up to Harper. Literally the most down-to-earth person on earth, I swear. She's such a sweet person. I love her so much. I'm gonna play every single time that I was meeting all of them for you guys. Then I met Maverick.
Hey, what's up?
Then Kenzie. Hi! Which is also, oh my gosh, I love Kenzie. And then we met Cash.
Pod fam, how we doing, fam?
He was exactly like he is in the videos. He's such a sweet person. A lot of people are like, oh, Cash is so mean. No, he's such a nice person, I swear. Everyone loves him. Like, everyone I know loves him. And he's such a nice person. And he actually cares about people. And not saying that none of the other members do. I feel like he cares a lot. And I don't know, he was just very nice. He was the person who actually got me there, he said, which was like, Maverick is also such a nice guy. I forgot to really talk about him. We just talked about soccer for a few minutes, so it was just like chill. He also is like such a sweet girl, by the way. Like, I've probably already said this, but she's so sweet. But after that, we just filmed some TikToks. I'm gonna put some of the clips of me meeting them, maybe some TikTok clips up on screen for you guys, so yeah.
Yes, yes! That's just who here has the balloon? Alright, so, if you don't know, LOL Pod fam, and thought it was us, like, running it.
Oh, I gotta do it again. Hello, LOL Pod fam.
Fam, how we doing, fam? Hey!
Walk over here. Okay, now after the hangout ended, there was 1 hour time frame until the show started. So I was there, and we left the actual area, and we came up and we said hi to Cash and Mav's mom and Harper's mom. And Harper's mom is, I've said this about literally everyone, but Harper's mom is so sweet. Like, she's such a nice person too. And my parents talked to her for like 30 minutes at least. Also, she told me to never dye my hair because I'm also ginger. Anyways, and it was just crazy. It just didn't feel real. I don't even know how to explain it. Oh, she also gave me her phone, and she's like, hey, can you, like, search up your account for me? And I was like, of course. So then she gave me her phone. I went on it. I went on YouTube, and I searched up. And I subscribed to myself on there. She told me I could, by the way. Don't worry. And I was just like, this is crazy. And she's like, oh, yeah, Harper knows who you are. And I'm like, obviously she knew after the hangout, but I mean, she knew who I was, and I was like, oh, I love Harper so much. But that's really it. And then I just walked back to my hotel, and yeah. This is the actual live show part. So basically, I walked in to Ariana Grande was playing. It was crazy. I went and sat down in the second row, and their playlist there is fire. It's a mix of podcast songs, Cash and Map songs, and like songs that they all love. So there was Taylor. They came out to Taylor, but I missed most of the intro because I was told by Abigail to come 3 to 5 minutes, I don't remember, to come backstage. Okay, so I went out of my seat when the intro started, and I walked backstage behind everyone. There were so many people, and I just like, oh, I also talked to a whole bunch of people, my 2 people actually, not a whole bunch, but it's fine. And they were so sweet. I got a picture with one of them because she was such a nice girl. But anyways, And I walked backstage and I went through this like little door, and then there was like stairs, and it was very small. I had to like crouch, and I walked up and I waited backstage, and I said hi to Chase. That's what I really remember from backstage. I was just freaking out. They gave me a microphone. I was backstage for like 10 minutes probably, and then there's Labubus all backstage because this is in like prime Labubu era. So there's a whole bunch of Labubus. Then they opened a Labubu, and then they introduced me on. I'll put the clip. And I just want to tell you guys, I was so nervous. I did not look extremely, like, I was not myself on stage because of how nervous I was. Because the most people I've been up in front of in a crowd was like 400 people probably. Max. Like, I've max been in front of 400 people stage. And this was like 1,000, 2,000. 3,000, I don't remember, but it was a lot of people, and I've never been in front of that many people, and I was like, so I did not act like myself, and I really regret how I wasn't really that funny, and I was gonna take, because Mav kept like spitting water, and I was done. That was hilarious, but I was gonna, he offered me the water, I was like, no thanks, but I should have taken it. Like, so if Mav, you're watching this, like, ship me the water, please. I will come to the podcast and take the water. I'm joking. But yeah, I really hope I could, if they do another tour, I really want to go again, and I know that I already got to go on stage, and I'm very grateful for that, but I would love to go and redeem myself, because I feel like I didn't do as good as I was planning to. People still tell me that I did good, and I was like, I don't know though, but yeah, on stage, it was crazy, best time ever. I sat beside Harper. She's such, like, oh my gosh, I love Harper. And yeah, that's basically what happened on stage. There's not really that much to it. We just talked. Harper asked me what was her dog's name, and I forgot it in the moment. Poor Estes. I was like, oh, I'm really bad with names. Like, I forget it. And then someone yelled it in the crowd, and then I was like, oh, yeah, but yeah. Annoying because I forgot it, not because Harper asked. But I felt like I was really scared during that, and then after the show, I was like, I got pictures of a few people, which I felt very like, oh my gosh. And then I got in line for the meet and greet, and then once I did the photo with them, which was really awkward because I posed really weirdly in the meet and greet one, or maybe it was the one before. She was like, oh my gosh, keep doing what you're doing. Like, we would love to see more content of you and you being a fan page. And I'm like, anyways, and that's really what happened all at the show. That's just a summary of what happened. I want to go into what happened after the show, because that was crazy, and I haven't told anyone this besides maybe like a few people. So no one online besides Maggie, these are all other podcast editors, Lola, Poppy, and Katie, I think, know about this. So this is crazy. Basically, what happened after the show is I went to Jack Astor's, and I sat down, my parents sat down, and we sat down. Whoa, we get it, we sat down. And the podcast walks in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Cash comes over and says hi to me, and he's like, oh my gosh, what should I get? And I was like, oh my gosh, you need to get the poutine. Like, if you guys never seen poutine, I have it also in my gluten-free vlog, which I've posted by now. If you guys want to see, poutine is amazing. I get it from Jack Astor's every time. They also have gluten-free if you guys are gluten-free. But anyways, so Cash got the poutine. It was crazy. He came up, he said hi, and I didn't bother them while they were eating because they were like sitting close, you know, and people kept coming up to them for pictures and stuff, so I wanted to leave them alone, and I just saw Harper and her mom in the bathroom again, and I said hi, and then I went back to my seat, and then we didn't really talk that much. We talked a few times, and then we left, okay? Because we didn't want to bother them. They were trying to eat. There was a whole bunch of people going up to them for pictures. I was like, okay. So I walked out. We walked downstairs out of the mall. We were about to walk out of the mall thing, and Cash comes running down the stairs. I'm not even joking. He's like running down the stairs. He's such, I actually, like, I don't get how some people don't like him. He's so nice. He comes running down the stairs, and he's like, oh my gosh, why didn't you say bye? And I was like, oh, because you were busy, like, I didn't want to bother you. And he's like, no, you should have said bye, like, so then I gave him a hug, and he was like, we talked for a few minutes, and he's like, okay, well, I'll see you soon. I haven't seen him since, obviously, but since then, Harper and Kate have liked my videos, mostly Harper. Harper's liked, like, all my videos. I'm so I love Harper. Anyways, and Cash I haven't seen since then, but hopefully we can reunite because he and the whole podcast are amazing. I really want to reunite with Harper because I feel like, you know, ginger to ginger. Oh, sorry if the quality's getting bad, because my lighting is disappearing. But yeah, I would really like to reunite with them, and I just want to say the last of the story because that's crazy what happened. And just so good to know that people who you've spent a whole bunch of time, like dedication, making edits of, which is what I did on TikTok, and like, you know, you watch all their videos since they started, is like, knows who you are, and cares about you. And I was like, crazy. I was just shocked. And yeah, that's the story about how I met the podcast, the whole LO podcast, how it went down, and what happened at the end. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys want more talking videos. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I know Poppy does, and I really love making videos. And I really, if we could get the podcast to see this, or if we could get the podcast to meet up with me again next time, you know, if they do another tour, if they come to Canada, or if I go see them maybe, I would really enjoy that. So make sure you guys comment down below what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see me meet the podcast again, which I would love. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!